Hi, this is Bruce Levine, Bruce Levine Homes in Del Mar, California, with a short report for my clients and friends, and of course, the entire global universe of people on Facebook and YouTube who might be watching this too, although if they are going to have to overlook a lot of content that's fascinating, including videos of cats and bunny rabbits, most of which are far better looking than I am, though most of them do not sell as many houses as I do, not even the cats. Today I want to talk about something much more serious than bunnies and cats, thanks. I want to talk about how tough it is for buyers right now, because we are in an extraordinary time. There are far more buyers than houses because inventory levels are low, even as lots of very high quality buyers are getting off the fence, jumping into the market because they perceive that the bottom is past us, which is correct and is supported by data. I love data. It always tells the truth, even when we as real estate brokers in our community do not. One of my recent listings received 20 offers, all of which were above list price, and several of which were either all cash or substantial down payments well above 20%, and which waived contingencies like the appraisal contingency, which waived contingencies like home inspection, or at least substantially reduced them from the more common 17-day period that we have here in California. So how does a buyer compete? A buyer who's putting 20% down is normally considered a good risk. But how can a buyer succeed when there's 15 other such buyers making offers on the house that you want, plus 5 more offering to pay all cash? And what if the buyer we're talking about, is using lower down payment financing, government-backed financing like FHA, or if they're a veteran and it's VA financing if they've got VA eligibility? Or perhaps even harder to get accepted is what if they're using some manner of down payment assistance program available through the city or the state or other municipality, some kind of special financing program to help somebody with lower income or qualifying income but who lacks a down payment. There's lots of good programs like that. So how do they succeed? Every buyer can succeed. They just need to be prepared. They need the right strategy, and they need a very strong agent and broker with a great reputation in the agent community. Credibility, put that in all caps, goes a long way towards differentiating one buyer from the sea of all the others in the minds of the agent on the listing side and their client. Sure, a buyer should be pre-approved for a mortgage, we know that, and they should have their cash available and ready to go, and they should be organized. But they also have to be prepared. They have to be prepared, one, to hit it out of the park in terms of making an offer in the areas of price and terms. They have to be strong in those areas. And offering a great price and offering great terms that are similar to the great price and terms being offered by 20 other buyers isn't going to be enough, because all that does is make you a commodity. So you have to show great faith and commitment to the seller, their broker, and the transaction. And it's easy for me to talk about because I do this all the time, but if you're buying a house, you're going to buy 1, 2, 3 houses in your life, and it's not something that you do every day. So how do you succeed? Recently, I represented a buyer using a down payment assistance program available through the city of San Diego. And they had lost out on a few houses, both because their initial offers were lower than they should have been, and because of the nature of their financing. It isn't as attractive to a seller or a listing agent as all cash or a conventional loan. They were interested in a house listed in the middle $300,000 range, and it was priced just a little bit high, we thought. But still, there were large numbers of offers on the house. So we developed a strategy to offer the maximum my buyers could afford to pay for the house, which in this case was $375,000, even though we figured the house had almost no chance of appraising at that value. Further, we used this as an opportunity to enter into an open, transparent discussion with the excellent listing agent. We shared with them what our strategy was, that we were tired of failing. We were offering more than the house was worth currently in this rising market, but we would purchase the house at that price if it appraises. And so all parties were clear that if the house failed to appraise, we'd have to work out a compromise, which we did, and the compromise ended up being very heavily weighted in my client's favor. The seller didn't want to put the house back on the market trying to get a bit more money, only to see the process undermined ultimately by another low appraisal. Also, and this is key, the listing agent and the seller appreciated and respected that we'd put a great foot forward from the beginning and had been honest and open about it. Again, key word here is credibility. That's the ingredient buyers need to succeed in this crazy market. A great offer, yes, but a broker with great relationships within the agent community, coupled with an ethical approach to the offering and negotiating process. That's what's key. So if this sort of approach resonates with you and you have a desire to buy or sell real estate in San Diego, I'd love to hear from you. And if you know of other people, friends of yours, family, who might be looking to buy or sell a house in San Diego, and if you actually like them and care about them, I'd like to hear from you too. This is Bruce Levine. I'm an independent residential real estate broker located in Del Mar, California. You can reach me by phone. I answer my phone at 858-733-0043. Email is bruce@brucelevinehomes.com. Thank you for watching today.